Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I will inform you about the latest transfers and rumors on the agenda. Enzo Maresca delivers a final harsh message to Raheem Sterling and Chelsea's bomb squad as the transfer window nears its end. Enzo Maresca had a severe message for Raheem Sterling and other members of Chelsea's bomb squad as the transfer deadline approaches. There has been another transfer upheaval at Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea find themselves with over 40 players on their roster. As the window winds down, the Blues are aiming to offload several players, including high-profile names like Sterling and Ben Chilwell. To address the situation, Chelsea have assembled what has been called a bomb squad, a collection of players no longer part of the club's long-term plans, who are training separately at Cobham. Besides Sterling and Chilwell, the group also includes Trevoh Chalobah, Armando Broja, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Datro Fofana, Angelo, Bergstrom, Deivid Washington, Tino Anjorin, Matos, and Harvey Vale. Maresca was blunt when discussing the situation of Sterling and the other players currently training away from the main squad. We'll have to see, because I prefer to be straightforward with the player. With Raheem, I've been exactly the same, he told reporters. The ones who are not involved, they are all players who are not going to feature, and they won't get any minutes if they stay. I don't know what will happen when the window closes. We will see who is here and who is not. The only thing I can say is that the players who will get minutes are those who I believe can contribute to us. When asked for more details on whether Sterling would play if he doesn't secure a move, Maresca reiterated, "It's not just Raheem. It's all the players who are currently training separately. At the moment the transfer window closes, they will not get minutes. I've already been clear and honest with them, and that's the sole reason why." As Chelsea race against time to complete their transfer dealings, the future of several players remains in limbo. Maresca's forthright statements have provided a clear view of the club's position on those no longer in their plans, including Sterling. With the transfer window about to close, it remains to be seen if these players will secure new teams or face a season of sidelined inactivity at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea moved 2 players out. Kepa Arrizabalaga departs on loan to Premier League club as Djordje Petrovic approaches Strasbourg transfer. Chelsea's underperforming Kepa Arrizabalaga has finalized a loan move to Bournemouth, while his teammate Djordje Petrovic is reportedly closing in on a transfer to Strasbourg. With Robert Sanchez and new signing Philip Jorgensen competing for the top spot at Chelsea, head coach Enzo Maresca faces an excess of goalkeepers. Consequently, the Blues have announced that Kepa will spend the season with Bournemouth, while Fabrizio Romano suggests that Petrovic is poised to join Strasbourg on loan for the 2024-25 season. Kepa became the world's most expensive goalkeeper after transferring from Athletic Club to Chelsea in 2018 for £72 million, but he has not lived up to that significant price tag. Following a loan spell at Real Madrid last season, he will now join Andoni Iraola's team. Meanwhile, Petrovic, who was Chelsea's first choice in goal for the latter part of last season, has slipped down the ranks at Stamford Bridge, making this potential move a valuable chance for him. Kepa signed a new contract with Chelsea before moving to Bournemouth, extending his deal until the summer of 2026. Serbian international Petrovic joined the Blues from New England Revolution in 2023 and is under contract with the West London club until 2030. Kepa might make his Bournemouth debut on Saturday when the Cherries face Everton, while if Petrovic transfers to the League One side, he may have to wait until September 15th, when Strasbourg play Angers, to make his debut. Barcelona and Bayern Munich are engaged in a contest, as both clubs enter discussions with Bayer Leverkusen defender Jonathan Tah, following Tah's announcement to the club that he will not extend his contract. Barcelona and Bayern Munich are reportedly negotiating with Tah over a potential late transfer during the summer window. Barcelona has shown increased interest in Tah due to the uncertainty surrounding Ronald Araujo's injury and Andreas Christensen's recent issue just before the start of the regular season. Reports suggest that the Catalan club is prepared to offer close to 20 million euros. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich is also pursuing Ta after losing Matthijs de Ligt to Manchester United, according to Sky Germany. The report also indicates that Ta has informed Die Workself of his decision not to renew his contract, which expires next summer. Consequently, the Bundesliga champions might be inclined to sell the 28-year-old. However, Bayer Leverkusen's director, Simon Rolfes, has denied any possibility of a sale this summer. Speaking to Sky Germany, Rolfes stated, "I'm expecting Jonathan Tah to remain with us. I have not had any recent discussions with Bayern or Barcelona. There are no updates regarding a deal, so I anticipate he will stay. We are calm. Tah is an experienced player and remains completely focused. We are not considering any transfers at this moment." With just over 36 hours remaining until the summer transfer window closes, it is highly unlikely that Tah will be moving this summer. However, a transfer in the winter window is still a possibility, with the defender anticipating a move away from Die Workself. Juventus in a frantic bid to outpace PSG for Jadon Sancho. Signing, as Serie A giants must offload 2 players amid ongoing negotiations with Man Utd. Juventus are reportedly at the forefront of the pursuit for Manchester United's Jadon Sancho, but they need to sell 2 players to complete the transfer. Juventus are engaged in discussions with United regarding a loan deal for Sancho, but their current proposal is not likely to be accepted. The report also indicates that despite agreeing to transfer winger Federico Chiesa to Liverpool for £11 million, they still need to offload midfielder Arthur Melo and winger Filip Kostic to facilitate the England international's move to the Old Lady. United are said to be open to the possibility of a loan move for Sancho, provided there is a commitment to purchase him in 2025. However, Gazzetta reports that the Red Devils might consider lending him to the Italian giants without any purchase obligation. Kostic has been rumored to be moving to Fiorentina, but several transfer negotiations still need to be resolved. Sancho has not featured for United in the Premier League for a year, after a fallout with manager Erik ten Hag. Although the two have resolved their differences, the Red Devils are anticipated to allow the 24-year-old to leave before the transfer window closes on Friday night. It remains uncertain what the outcome will be for Sancho this season. The report further notes that Paris Saint-Germain, rather than Chelsea, are Juventus's main rival for acquiring the former Borussia Dortmund star, especially since United prefer not to strengthen a Premier League competitor. Juventus are expected to raise their offer for Sancho before the deadline. Al Nassr initiate discussions with RB Leipzig for Mohamed Simakan as a backup plan if the Skriniar deal falls through. The agreement between PSG and Al Nassr for Skriniar is finalized, but the player has yet to give his approval. Negotiations for Simakan are also continuing. Officially confirmed, Romelu Lukaku joins Napoli on a permanent transfer from Chelsea. The deal is worth €30 million plus add-ons and includes a 3-year contract. Lukaku was keen on working under Antonio Conte again, and the transfer is now complete. The Victor Osimhen transfer saga continues with Al Ahly and Chelsea in negotiations with Napoli and the player. Chelsea are still discussing salary terms with Osimhen and are prepared to offer a loan with an obligation to buy. Meanwhile, Al Ahly has proposed a salary of €25, 30 million net per year until 2028, with ongoing management talks in Italy. Atletico Madrid remains on the lookout for a new midfielder, with Sofian Amrabat being a top choice. Diego Simeone is pushing for Amrabat, but the deal is challenging as Fenerbahce is offering a loan with a purchase obligation, as Fiorentina desires, while Atletico Madrid is only proposing a loan. Arsenal has submitted a €20 million bid for Joan Garcia as a new goalkeeper to replace Ramsdale. Agents Juanma Lopez and Andy Barra have presented the offer to Espanyol, including add-ons. Espanyol is requesting a €30 million buyout clause. Joan Garcia has agreed to terms with Arsenal and is eager to join. Maxence Lacroix is set to move to Crystal Palace. All documents have been approved by both Crystal Palace and Wolfsburg, with a fee around £18 million. He has always been the top target for Glasner to replace Anderson. A medical examination in London is expected within the next 24 hours. Manuel Ugarte has completed most of his medical tests at Manchester United, with final steps being conducted today at Carrington. Manchester United and PSG are poised to finalize all documents for a €50 million deal, plus €10 million in add-ons. Manchester United and Napoli have completed all paperwork for the Scott McTominay transfer. He will arrive in Italy later today to sign a long-term contract with the club for a €30 million deal plus a 10% sell-on clause. AC Milan and AS Roma are scheduled to reconvene on Thursday to finalize the details of the Abraham Saelemaekers swap deal. The players are enthusiastic about the move, and the clubs are negotiating the deal structure with compensation exceeding €10 million. Arsenal will receive an initial fee of £18 million for Aaron Ramsdale, with an additional £1 million if Southampton remains in the Premier League. There are also up to £6 million in performance-related add-ons. Ramsdale is expected to travel for a medical examination on today. RB Leipzig's top choice to replace Mo Simakan is Lucharel Geertruida. Negotiations have begun with Feyenoord for the centre-back as Simakan nears a move to Al Nassr. Geertruida is the primary target for Leipzig, and he has also been on Aston Villa's radar since July. Mason Mount will be sidelined due to a new injury. During the last match, I picked up a minor muscle issue. I'll be out for a few games. He added, I worked hard to get my fitness back to where it needs to be. I felt sharp and ready. Mount expressed his frustration, saying, I wanted you to hear it from me how disappointed I am.